What up, you amazing hackers? It's your boy, the humble hacker from Shottown Shot, running back with our next set of modules we shall be going over. We'll be going over, gonna be doing tasks 11 all the way down to 21 right here. So we're gonna go through uh, more pivot techniques here with SSH tunneling and port forwarding using applications called Plink, Socat, Shazzle, Uddle, and going over looks like attacking a Git Soiva. Doing some enumeration on a Git Soiva, doing some more pivoting, a little bit of code review, exploitation, and stabilization and post exploitation. I don't know why I emphasize on a damn S right there. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so first tool, let's see, dealing with SSH tunneling here. Now, SSH is commonly on Linux systems. I've seen a lot of. It looks like that we have two ways to do this. We can create both forward and reverse connections to make SSH tunnels, allowing us to forward ports and or create proxies. Okay, let's see what we got here. Alright, so forward connections. So we are going to be creating a forward connection with SSH. Okay, so let's see what we got. We got two ways to create forwarding tunnel. Port forwarding and creating a proxy. So looks like that we're going to be doing that. So with SSH, this is done with the capital L switch, which creates a link to a local port. Alright, so I believe we have the, if I remember correctly, I thought we had an SSH key. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be making our own. Let's just go with it. Alright, cool. Okay. Shrink this up and let's get started. Alright. Okay, using SSH local port, opening local port 8000 on our machine. And using port 80, our SSH credentials here. Alright. So let's see. Okay, we can then access the website on this address here through address of another target by navigating to port 8000 on our own machine. Alright, so we're opening up a local port 8000 on our machine that is going to be translated to this IP address utilizing this port, and we're going to be accessing that via this IP address here. So okay, all right, cool. So let's keep it pushing. What we got? By entering localhost 8000 into a web browser, we've effectively created a tunnel between port 80 on the target server and port 8000 on our own box. All right, cool. So let's see what else. Proxies are made using the D switch. Okay, D1337. This will open up port 1337 on our machine as a proxy and send data through into the protected network. Alright, so via SSH, we're going to create a proxy on our machine with this port, and when you use it, use this SSH connection here. Okay, alright, so this again uses the FN switch. Where the F was that? Oh, here we go. Okay, FN. What is this? Dash F backgrounds the shell immediately, and then dash capital N tells SSH we don't need to execute any commands, only set up the connection. Well, that makes sense. Alright, so we have reverse connections. Now, so reverse connections are very possible with the SSH client. Alright. They are, however, riskier as you inherently must access your attacking machine from the target. Okay, so this looks like it's a Ah, common sense if I read that. Reverse connection. Ah ha ha. Alrighty. What else we got? Before we can make the reverse connection safely, there's a few steps we need to take. Let's see. Looks like we're generating a new set of SSH keys. Okay, and it looks like doing this creates 2 files. So let us do that. Alright, so what are we doing? We're doing SSH keygen. Okay. So we're going to follow the steps here. Enter the file, which is save the key name. So we're going to save it as /reverse. Alright. Let's go with no passphrase. Enter the same passphrase again, which is nothing, which kind of seems a little bit awkward to say enter nothing and then enter nothing again on top of the nothing. So wouldn't that make it a double nothing? That is very awkward. Because 2 negatives potentially make a positive. So if I have an empty passphrase and have to repeat said empty passphrase, then aren't we just empty? Not inside, but just in the base of this question. This is my brain thinking stupid stuff. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Let's do this. The key fingerprint is SHA-256 with this hash in here. Okay, the key's random art image is this. What is this? It's like an outline of a butt or something. I don't know. Alright. SHA-256 got junk in the trunk. Just kidding, moving on. Alright, so what we got? We got our 2 files here. Let's make sure that they're in here first. Okay, so we have our reverse and our reverse pub right there. Public key file. Copy the contents of the public key, the file ending with .pub, then edit the SSH authorized key from our file on your own attacking machine. Okay. So that would mean that, hang on a second, copy the, let's cat this out. Alright. Okay, so we're going to copy all of this. Alright. And okay, so see if we have, okay, so we have authorized keys here. Let's just remove that. Whoops. Make our new one. The final entry in authorized keys should look like. Okay, so wait. We need to. Looks like that we have to, on a new line, type in the following, then paste in the public key. Okay. So let's take that. Alright. And paste that in there. So let's see. Just make sure that the key can only be used for port forwarding, disallowing the ability to gain a shell on your attacking machine. Okay, well that's good. That's good. That helps out a lot. Alright, this account can only be used for port forwarding. That's perfect. Beautiful. Alright. So, alright. So it looks like they're all in one line. So let's do that. Save as here. Now, what does this check? If the SSH server on your attacking machine is running. So let's do that part. Now, since we're already running as root, I don't need to do no stinking sudo crazy crap. So we're just gonna run that. And it is active. Alright. All good there. System command indicates the server is not running, which we just confirmed that it is. Okay. Alright, the only thing left to do is the unthinkable. Transfer the private key to the target box. This is usually an absolute no-no, which is why we generated a throwaway set of SSH keys to be discarded as soon as the engagement is over. Okay. So now this goes straight to with the key transferred, we can connect back. Alright, cool. So from the previous video, we did get the SSH key from the root user there and saved it. So nope, not throwback. Oh crap, here, let's put in. There we go. So let us hang on a second. For the creature, oh, got it. All right, cool. So we had the root key here, root, not roar. 287 200. Is that correct? Don't do that. There we are. There we go. 10 287 200. All right, so let's go back down here. Oops. And to use the ID RSA key, we simply use the -I and then specify our key file. So now we are connected to the target there. So we need to upload the key file to here. And how we do that is going to hither, creating our Python 3 HTTP server. Let's put it on port 80. Cool. So from previously, we did not have access to wget or pico. The only command that we had was simply curl. So how are we going to do that? We're going to use curl, right? And enter in our IP address. It's already on port 80, so I don't have to use a colon. So I don't have to do colon, port number, blah, blah, blah. So we can just leave that there and then go reverse.pub for our public key file. Now, we don't just use this and think it's going to work straight. We can't. We have to specify, when using curl, we have to be specific with what we're doing, with what file that we want and where do we want it. Now! Just kidding, moving on. So we're going to use the -O switch for that represents the out file. It's not output because it won't save it under the file name. If we do -output, like this, the file will actually come out like and then have like a space with whatever file name that you put there. So leave it as -O. Okay. Save it as this particular file here. We have our 200 saying that this file was grabbed. Let's look for it, make sure it's there. There it is. Cool. So next up that we're doing is we're going to use SSH. Once I shrink this screen. Okay. The local port that we want to use, let's go by the example. Let's go 1337. Let's close this out. 1337. And let's see. So on the attacking machine, which is here, we're going to go SSH-R for reverse. Correcto. Well, it doesn't say right here. Let's see what that switch is. 1 second. Because yes, even though this is here, this might signify reverse, but I want to make sure. So we're all on the exact same page. Okay, so -R is the remote address. Got it. So that makes a little bit more sense. All right, so if I said, now this is 87.200. So if I said to take local port let's go with 80. No. Let's go 1234 on. I'm trying to see if I'm reading this correctly. So local port, target IP, target port. So if this is local, shouldn't it say attacking port? Well, screw it. We're just gonna keep it moving. All right. So let's see. Target IP. The target IP is. I repeat it. 10200. Oh, right. Okay. Target port. Let's say 80. Okay. Root at here. With our key file. FN. Okay, so let's go ahead and say yes. Keep in mind we did not utilize passwords, so we don't have to worry about that. So the permissions are problematic. So how do we fix that? We simply go chabad 600. Put that onto that reverse right there. Now let's run this one more again. Low key invalid format. All right, well that stinks. All right, let's see. This would open up a port forward on our Kali box. Okay, so that didn't work. Let's keep it moving. All right. Let's see. In newer versions of the SSH client, it's also possible to create a reverse proxy using D. All right. This may not work in older clients, but this command can be used to create a reverse proxy in clients which do support it. Okay, so let's try this one more again. From this side of the fence. Let's see here. SSH R for the remote address. Oh, remote port. Okay. Let's do this. Let's open this on our machine there. Okay. Root at. Okay. First key file. Why is this saying invalid format? That makes like no sense, man. Wait, hold up. To close any of these connections. So this was done from our machine, right? That's okay. This is seriously confusing the crabbly haps out of me right now. All right, so let's see. It's finally type sudo pid kill the close connection. Blah. Okay, creating a connection from your server which create the 4 port. Blah, 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 blah. From your attacking machine, create a port forward. This would be from your attacking machine is local. All right, so that's L. All right, cool. All right, so let's keep moving. What else we got? Which switch combination can be used to background an SSH forward or tunnel? Which switch combination to background a port forward or tunnel? Something to background it. Okay, so that'd be -FN, F capital N, right? All right. Oh, I lost my streak, by the way, so I really wasn't happy about that. It's a good idea to enter our own password or remote machine set up a proxy. Our own password? No, absolutely not, because that is really no good on our system. Like, why would we do that? Just create like a generic garbage one or just no password, because it'll be, it's like a temporary key, right? Yep. Alrighty. Cool. Okay, what command would you use to create a pair of throwaway SSH keys for reverse connection? That what we just ran, which was this one, this SSH keygen. Okay, so let's do that. Cool. Alright, now, if you wanted to set up a reverse port forward from port 22 of a remote machine to port 2222 of your local machine using a key file called IDRSA and backgrounding the shell, what command would you use, assuming your username is Callie? Alright, cool. So we're gonna have to pen and paper this garbage right now. And see what this is. Alright, so creating a reverse port forward. Now that is here. Alright, so let's take this. Scroll down, alright, and use the information that this question has provided for us. So let's figure this out. After I put this on top of the dang screen and not on the bottom, you stooge. Alright. So let's see what we got. Now, set up a reverse proxy port forward from port 22 of a remote machine to port 2222 of your local machine. Alright, so local machine. Let's follow this up here. Let's paste this here again, and we'll fill in these gaps. So the local port we're opening is 2222. Alright, now the target IP is this 100, because that's the target that we're attacking. So that is 172. No, you stupid. 72 16.0.100. Targeting port 22. Okay. Now, key file is called IDRSA. Okay. Key file name. Okay. And the username is Callie. Okay. And what's the attacking IP address? Key file. Okay. On your local machine, 200. Okay, so 172.16.0.200. Does not end with the P. Alright, so this should be it. Let's go ahead and paste that right there. Alright, cool. Alright, so what command would you use to set up a forward proxy on port 8000 to this and backgrounding the shell? So set up a forward proxy. I believe that was the first one that we did. So what is this? This is a forwarding. Let's see. To set up. Here we go. Forward proxy. This one right here. Okay, so Okay. Okay, if you had... oh, no, no, no. What? What command would you use to set up a forward proxy on... Alright, so let's take this whole section, user at, right? Okay. And port 8000. So SHD, so it should be this one. Sweet. Alright, so if you had an SSH server on 172 to 16050 with a web server running internally on port 80, how would you forward it to port 8000 on your attacking machine? Assume the username is user and background the shell. Okay, let's figure that out. I think this is another reverse here. Reverse! Let's take this again. Look at this. Motopoka. Alright, so SSHR forward to 8000 on our attacking machine, so that by default goes right here. Okay. If you had SSH access to a server here, okay, so our target IP is this one, 172.16.0.50. Target port that we're going after, which is going to be port 80. So let's put that in there. Assume the username is user. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, hang on. This is a little bit confusing. All right. So, okay, if you had access to a server, this one .50, right, with a web server running internally on port 80, right? So we have that here. I.e. only accessible to the server itself on this local host port 80. How would you forward it to port 8000 on your attacking machine? So, okay. So this is weird. Okay. So what does that do? Is that 00.1? Hold on. How would you forward it to port 8000? Okay, so alright, so we're doing port forwarding again. That's what this is. So let's see what the flaps, japs, or bombs or bomb do we do here? Alright. Alright, so we got port 80 and port 8000. Alright, cool. So the target is, gotta scroll back down here because I don't remember. Here we go. Hazablib. Alright, so what's our flipping IP that we're using here? Dang it. 172.16.0.50. Okay. I don't even know if this is right. This is weird. Maybe is this? Let's see. Oh, cool. All right, right on. Alright, had me all stuck for a second there. Alright, cool. So now that we have that done, let's go on to our next one. We're going to be learning something called Plink. Alright, so this is short. Alright, so this is a Windows command line version of PuTTY. Alright. Okay. Okay, so we can call up our command prompt. And looks like, okay, this is our syntax, similar to our reverse proxy setting that we use for SSH here. Okay. Alright. Plink is notorious for going out of date quickly and failing to connect back. So that means that you suck. Alright, so let's see, what tool can be used to convert open SSH keys into PuTTY style keys? Maybe the name of the module that we're in? Oh, oops. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Stars for non-active shells. Alright, so this is here. You can convert them using PuTTYGen. There we go. Alright, there we go. Okay, there we go. Alright, cool. Sweet. SoCat. Now. Let's see. So this is great for stable Linux shells, but it's also superb for port forwarding. Alrighty. So, let's see. Let's skimmity and scanity for some keywords here. Disadvantage. This is a big one. Alright. Advantage of SoCat, aside from the frequent problems people have learning the syntax. But once we get it, we should be straight. Yeah, because we're gonna break everything down. That is very rarely installed by default on a target. That said, static binaries are easier to find in both Linux and Windows. Here's our URL for both. Okay, let's save this file here. Let's also save this Windows one here if we can. No, we can't. Eat stale chitlins. Use Dujamo SourceForge. Alright. So what this is basically saying is that if we want to have a definitively good, well, not really definitively, I don't want to say it like that, but a good opportunity to have a stable workflow and shell, that we can use SoCat, upload it to the target if it's running Linux or Windows, and we should be kosher. Let's see. Noting if you completed with the shell room, okay, blah. Techniques shown here could be combined with encryption details. To avoid overcomplicating this section, this technique will not be taught here. Okay, thank you. Let's keep it moving. So what else do we got here? So if we have to upload this thing, that also means we're going to, let's close this crapioca out. Upload it to our target now that we have access to a machine that we can use it on. So let's start this again. What was that file name under? SoCat, just under SoCat. Alright, cool. So we, oh, got it. Okay, curl the IP address 5088.194 on port 80, so we don't have to do the colon. SoCat-O for out file. SoCat. And it grabbed it. We got our 200. Close that. Let's just stretch this one out. Down just a little bit. There we go. So we have a little bit more viewing room. What's next up? Alright. It's best to think of SoCat as a way to join two things together. Oh, like kindred spirits. Alright, or what if I would have kept reading, kind of like the portal gun in the Portal games. I've never played them, so I have no idea what the flip you are yapping about. Alright, let's see. Hackers tend to use it to either create, reverse, bind shells, or, as in the example above, create a port forward. Okay, so this looks like this is going to be a good, for taking the exam, whichever, looks like this is going to be a really good application to learn more about. Alright, I'm going to go take a sip of my holy water. One moment, please. Refreshing. Alright, cool. So let's go down. Alright, we already got the binary for it. We already uploaded it to the target. Our next step is that we did not do, which was give it executable power. So let's change the name on this thing to SoCat Shiroro. Don't nobody call me that. All right. Cool. All right. So we got our SoCat. We got our SoCat there. So what do we do? All right. What's next? Binaries uploaded. Let's look at these new scenarios here. All right. So reverse shell relay. So let's see. We're going to use. Okay, we have SoCat. Alright, so we're opening up a local port 8000 and connecting to our machine here on 443. Is that what this is saying? Okay, yeah, on our machine on this port. Alright, cool. So let's do that. Let's do that. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go, your autocomplete stinks. Let's just copy this. Okay. TCP local colon 8000 to TCP, not TCT, use STUPID. And our attacking is 1050 88 194 on, let's go port 1234 and ampersand. Run that there. Command, oh wait. Oh, right, because I didn't. Shoot skis. X. There we are. Let's try this again. Sweet. And we got no error, so it works. Okay, so. We set up our listener. Wait, what? On the compromised servers, starts to really, okay. Yeah, TCP attacking IP, right. That's what we have. Wait, what? Okay, this is confusing me a little bit. Alright, so using netcat on the remote server to simulate receiving from a okay. Alright, so yeah, using incount on the same machine. Okay, so what? Okay, we did do this already. We set up our listener. Right? Okay. 234. Let's look at this command again. Okay, so we have application name, TCP dash L colon 8000 TCP colon RIP address colon that and that. So it should work. Address in use. So what do I... What? Okay. So... do I go online over there? Oops. Okay, so... turning into a major disappointment. Let's keep moving. Port forwarding, easy. Okay. Quick and easy way to set up a port forward with SOCAT. It's quite simple to open up a listening port on a compromised server and redirect whatever comes to it to the target server. Okay, so let's look at this again. So let's call SOCAT. SOCAT, not SOCAR. Alright. TCP-L. Okay, comma fork. Oops. These are all together. Reuse ADDR. Alright. And background is... okay, so it looks like this technique opens up this port on the compromised machine and redirects the input from the attacking machine straight to the intended target. That port right there. Reuse ADDR option means that the port stays open after a connection is made to it. So if it, regardless if it drops, if we establish another connection again with RIP, then it should still accept it. All right, cool. So what's this next one? This next one is called quiet, or shut the f in some places. All right. Previous technique is quick and easy, but also opens a port on a compromised server, which could potentially be spotted on any kind of host network scanning. Whilst the risk is not massive, it pays to know a slightly quieter method of port forwarding with SOCAT. This method is marginally more complex, but doesn't require opening up a port externally on the compromised server, which makes sense. Alright, so let's try this next method then. First of all, on our own attacking machine, okay, we use the following. Okay. Okay, colon, crap, TCP-L, there we go, colon, 8001, TCP-L, 8000, fork, reuse address, put that in the background. Alright, this opens up two ports, 8000 and 8001, creating a local port relay. What goes into one of them will come out of the other. For this reason, port 8000 has the fork and reuse address set to allow us to create more than one connection using this port forward. Okay, so the fork option is used to put every connection into a new process, so we're not flooding one process. All right, so this makes a connection between our listening port 8001 on attacking machine and open port of target server to use the fictional network before we could enter on this command. So we're going to put this in this session right here. All right. Okay. It's quite a complex scenario to visualize. That's a cute looking cat. Move on. Alright, let's assume we're working on a local copy of SoCat in the current directory. Alright, cool. Which SoCat option allows you to reuse? We already went over that, the reuse ADDR, right? Okay. And if our attacking IP is this, how could we relay reverse shell to port 443 of your attacking machine using a static copy of SoCat in the current directory? Okay, let's go back here. Okay, reverse shell. Okay, reverse shell. Reverse shell with SoCat. So a reverse shell relay, so that would most likely be this one, I'm guessing. Alright, so let's paste that. Let's look at our details. Okay. Ooh, crap. Oh, never mind. Okay. Our attacking IP is this. Let's change that. Okay. How would you relay to port 443 on your attacking machine? Okay, so we already have that there already. How would you relay a reverse shell to... Okay, the TCP port 8000 for... Okay, yeah, this is what I was looking for. Alright, that's stupid. I was just looking at that. Alright, so let's change this to... Oh, damn, okay, it's already there from the example. Okay, so let's try that out. So we have SoCat opening up a local port from the target machine 8000, and our attacking machine, we enter in our address and the port that we're going to use, and let's see if that is correct. Yes, it is. Yay! All right, cool. So next one, what command would you use to forward TCP port 2222 on a compromised server? So by default, it's port forwarding. So let's look at the techniques there. Okay, so let's pick this one. It's the last one, and we can most likely just go downwards from here. Let's see. All right, put up our little template here and fill in the gaps. Okay, so port 20 forward 2222 on a compromised server here. Let's see. Okay. Target IP. Wait, what? What command would you use to forward? To on a compromised machine to... Oh, wait. Attacking... Hold on. Where is the easy method? Hold up. Let's do that. Okay, so it says use the easy method. So obviously we're not going to use the quiet. We're going to be using this one. Okay, well, that helps us out a lot. So let's go back up here. Alright, cool. So this is on the compromised server. So we're going to put that there, right? Fork, so it creates an individual process, reuse address, so it continues to use the same IP address And this is our attacking IP here. 172.16.0.100 on port 22, right? So this should be correct. Yes, it is. All right, cool. Create an encryption. Forward a relay using. I think we did that from the example. Create a port forward or a relay using OpenSSL. Alright, so let's look at task 7 of this room here. Thank you. What is this shell? Don't care right now. 7. Here we go. SOCAT encrypted shells using OpenSSL. Give me 1 second. I want to get some more water. Okay. And let's keep moving. What do we got? What do we got? Ow. Okay, so first we need to generate a certificate in order to use encrypted shells. Alright. So we run SOCAT, open up listener. Alright. To connect back, utilize this exe obviously to execute this on a Linux system. Same would apply for a bind shell. I have no idea what that listener command is. Probably just like a variable that was already set. Okay. Alright, cool. Very informative. Now let's keep moving. Let's go ahead and hit that. Let's go over into chisel. Let's learn some more about this chisel here. Chisel abdominals. Alright. Chisel is an awesome tool which can be used quickly and easily set up. Alright. Written in Golang. Alright, cool. So this is gonna be quick. Cause yeah, Golang is has a lot of dope applications with them. Alright, so GitHub relays. Let's grab this chisel for shizzle. I want Linux AMD 64, your latest one, which is going to be this one. Yes, that's correct. Alright, let's open it. Alright, we have our chisel chasel right there. Let's go over to here. Let's see what this is doing. Alright. Okay, so we have to have the appropriate copy. Okay, so we're going to need one more. We're going to need one for Windows, which is going to be down here. Alright, so to be on the safe side, stick with AMD 64. Let's open that up. Place that. No, not there, you stooge. Okay. Let's put this chisel.exe in there. Now we have to, again, upload this to the target there. So let's find the. Okay, we have the. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. I thought this is Linux, though. Hold on. Run sysinfo. Oh, shoot. Uname A. Should be able to use that. Cool. So this is a Linux production server, so I need to put the chisel on both. Alright, so let's open this up. Run curl. The IP address that I just flippin' forgot. Copy that. Wait. Chisel. And oh, cool. Wait, did you get it? Oh, yes, it did. All right, cool. So we're just going to wait for that to complete. All right, cool. So let's move to... All right, cool. So let's change that name there. Now, what do we got? Chisel has two modes, client and Soiva. All right, so those are two options that we use. All right. These are just options used for it. Now let's start by looking at setting up a reverse SOX proxy with Chisel. This connects back to a compromised server. Okay, listen to our attacking machine. So on our own attacking box, we simply do Chisel -P listening port and reverse. All right, cool. So let's do that on our machine. So we got Chisel server P. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Reverse. Put that process in the background on a compromised. What the hell? And I spelled Chmod wrong, like Curly from the Three Stooges. Alright, fix that problem right there. Now let's go back over here, plus X. Okay, let's fix that. Do this one more again. Now it's listening. Alright, cool. So now on the attacking machine, we do Chisel client and our IP address and listening port. Alright, so with our IP address and listening port, our SOX that I obviously misspelled. It's because we're using a SOX proxy and putting that in the background. So if I hit enter here, we should, oh crap. Totally forgot to change the name. So, okay, cool. So now we just set up this reverse connection and we have a response here. All right, cool. What if I run L? Okay, you just broke it. Thank you for being not a friend, Emil. All right, so we did that. Okay. All right, so we had note the use of our SOX in this command. R is remote SOX proxy. Okay. Now this one is using forwarding, so we're going to use Chisel server forward on the compromised host. Let's get rid of all of this here. Server P listening port SOX 5. Ooh, nope, 5, not 8. In our own attacking machine box, we simply go Chisel client. Okay, listening port, proxy port. What? Proxy port SOX. What? It didn't give us another port though. Okay, so this is saying it as an example. All right, never mind. All right, never mind. All right, remote port forward. Here we got. Let's see what we got here. Okay, remote port forward is when we want to connect back to the compromised target to create the forward. Now, this one, forward proxies are rarer than reverse for the same reason that reverse shells are more common than bind shells. Okay, so we're not really going to be using any of these forwarding all that much. Primarily reverse, unless we want to have a target system connect back to us, by my understanding, since it's more likely to get past firewalls, and if we're from the compromised machine connecting to our machine. Alright, so yeah, that's why we set up this forwarding on the compromised host to connect to us. Okay, that makes more sense. So let's see. Remote port forward. Attacking machine uses the same command as before. Okay. And let me see. We might stop after this one because it's already no. Sorry, after task 16, since we're already like close to like an hour. I'm trying to burn through this as quick as I can. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's see where we at. We at remote port forwarding. All right, cool. So we want to connect back from a compromised target to remote port forward on our machine. We set up our server, right? So let's do that. Okay. Set the Okay, set that up on 5 instead. Now on the compromised host, we have K, our attacking IP, which I keep freaking forgetting. Alright. Listen port. Alright, the attacking IP. Alright, so note the distinction between listen port and local port. Here, the listen port is the port that we started the chisel server on. Okay. The port that we started the chisel server on, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And the local port is the port we wish to open up on our own attacking machine. So I can change this to like an 8000 on this part here. Okay. So yeah, if this machine, if this target is looking, we have to specify the word client, right? All right. Let's go 8000. And the IP for this one. And target port. Let's go 22. Let's see what this does. Alright. So it looks like we're connected. Alright. So we just use SSH just as an example to create a like our tunnel too. Alright. Dope. I don't know if I should stretch this out a little bit more or what, just so it's easier to read. Stoof. Okay, cool. So let's clear these out. Okay. Alright, then we use our chisel server command and module to create a reverse connection. Cool. Alright, so local port forward. Again, port forwarding is somewhat rare, depending on the situation. So we do this on a compromised server. Okay. We connect to this from our attacking machine. So on our machine, we enter in here. Okay. Super. Okay. So now going down here, what command will be used to start a chisel server for a reverse connection on your attacking machine? So reverse connection. Not a proxy, but just a regular reverse connection, which would most likely be this one here. Alright, on port 4242, so let's, alright, change this. Cool. What command would you use to connect back to this server with the SOCKS proxy from a compromised host. So to connect back, we use this. Okay. Assuming your own IP is this number and backgrounding the process. Hold on. Hang on. That's not... No. Let's see. Because we don't have the... Oh, yes, we do. Yeah, we have this one here, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. With the SOCKS proxy. Never mind. Hold up. Connect back to the server with the SOCKS proxy. Let's find what the hell that is. Remote, local port forward. Right, reverse SOCKS proxy, which would be this one right here. Okay, so we'll be using the Chisel client, right? The attacking IP address is this. Oops. Let's move that. .16.0.200, right? Remote SOCKS, right? And that one, I believe. Thought this one was like up here or something. No, not that reverse. Forwarding. Ah, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, it was this setup here. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's enter in that. Okay, answer incorrect. No worries. Cool. So, oh wait. Connect back to. Sure. Okay, so that's not correct either. Use to connect back to this server with a SOCKS proxy from a compromised host. Oh, shoot! I'm missing key data in here. Hold on one second. Okay, so this would be Chisel using the Chisel client, right? Client. Okay. Shoot. To connect back to this server with the SOCKS proxy. So to connect back to it. Alright. It should be this command here, but it's missing a lot of important data. Let's see. Okay, so if our IP, dang it, if our IP is this 0.200, and the listening port, if I said from the last one was 4242, there we go. All right, cool. So I just working off this one right here. Dope. So, how would you forward this to your own port using a Chisel remote port forward, assuming your own IP is this and listening port is 1337. All right, cool. So, what are we doing? Forwarding what? Forwarding a port. So, we're going to be doing this one. Let's see. Now, let's... Okay. So... the listening IP. How would you forward? Okay. 16.0.100 on 3306. Okay. Oh crap. Listening port is 1337. Okay. And the looks like the listening port. Okay. 3306. Target. Oh, damn it. I just confused myself. Alright, hold on. Alright, hold up a second. Let's redo this one. Okay. So, listen IP. Where is that at? Listening IP is 1337. What? No, damn it. Listening IP is our machine. 0200 listening port 1337. There we go. Now cooking with some gasolina. Alright, so the local port that we want to mess with, this one, target IP becomes on that. Dang it, people almost blew my eardrums out. Alright, 3306. So it should be this here. Wait. Oh, damn. Wrong one. Aha! There we go. Cool. Now, let's go here. If you have Chisel running on this, how would you create a local port forward? Okay, so we're again using this here. So let's take this again. Scroll up a little bit more. And break this down one more again. Alright, so listening port. Let's look for listening port. Okay. You have a Chisel server running on port 4444. Okay. Okay. So 16.05 is our listening IP. The port that we're listening on is 4444. Local port to open is 8000. Okay. Target IP 172.16.0.10 on the target port of 80. That's what this looks like. Your answer is incorrect. Go crap in your hat, you douchebag. Okay, so let's fix this again. Now, we have two other ways to flip this. We can change this to here. Okay, let's see if we got stuck on that one. Still wrong. What the fuck? Alright. Let's see. Try this one more again. Alright, so we have our Chisel client, right? Did not mean to open that. There we go. Alright, cool. So let's see where we at. Our listening IP, right, that we're listening to is 05. Right? So we have 2.16.0.5. Okay. And the port we want to listen on that we're listening on it is this one right here. Okay, so next up, the local port. Now we're done with that. That we're opening 8000, correct? The target IP is 2.16.0.10 on target port 80. So this is the same thing that we had, so this should be correct. Oh, stupid. Server. There we go. Fix it. Oh, damn. What the hell? Right? There. Alright, fine. Had it right the first time. Cool. Now for the next one, which is Shishitl. Let's see what this is. Let's take a peek at Shishitl. Alright, so looks like, okay, tool's quite different from others we covered so far. It doesn't perform port forward. Great. And the proxy it creates is nothing like the ones we have already seen. Okay. Instead, it uses SSH connection to create a tunnel proxy that acts like a new interface. So that's cool. That's cool. So if we have SSH credentials, then we can use this application to do all the damn things that these tools were doing. Still using SoCat. I'm not really feeling Chisel and Plank all that well, but yeah, this looks like this is pretty good. So what is this doing? It's a nice. Anything we send through the tunnel is also encrypted, which is a nice bonus. All right, cool. So nothing is in plain text going through the wire. Through the wire. Well, this sounds like an incredible upgrade. It's not without those drawbacks. Oh, phooey. So only works on Linux targets. Okay. Okay, so we're limited. The only other option is to use Plink. That also has the putty gen tool. Okay, so yeah, alright, so I see that. I see you. Let's see what we do here. Okay, we install. The base command for connecting to a server is as follows. Okay, so we call the shuttle, the -R. Let's look what that is. Okay. What is -R? Okay, the remote connection that we're going to be making. Alright, cool. So, hold up a damn second. Please don't tell me this damn thing stopped on me, man. This is one of the issues that I have with this room is that it randomly stops. Yeah, exactly. It just randomly just crashes. Well, probably due to inactivity, but we're still running commands on here. So I'm like, why would it do that? But never mind. Alright. Let's see. Now I have to wait for this freaking thing to come back up. Phooey. So the R is the remote connection. So we would use our username and our connection and the network that this compromised server is attached to. Okay, so this is the subnet that it's attached to. Okay, so we also have another option. Rather than specifying subnets, we can also use the -N to determine them automatically based on the server's own routing table. So this is cool because we won't have to worry about this portion. This says whatever you find in the routing table, add that. So it'll do that work for us. So let's make sure that we can ping this flipping machine. Wait for this crabbits. When we do that, I'm gonna take a sip of my water right quick. Okay. Getting a bunch of shuttle host unreachables. And since we okay, what it was okay. Now this doesn't say anything about the SSH key that we have. So let's keep moving. Alright. Because we would need the actual password if we use this, because there is no specification that we're using a key file. And normally when we do SSH, it asks for a password. So going up next. What happens if we don't have to use a password? Thank you. Let's get into that. Okay, our server only accepts key-based authentication. Unfortunately, doesn't do this. Alright, that said, we can easily bypass this limitation using the SSH command switch. Alright, cool. So we use... Right. We can pick a different command to execute for authentication. Say this one right here. We do that by, okay, using the command. Okay, using the command, SSH command, and we put this in quotes and include the subnet in it. Alright, cool. So, wait for this damn thing to finally bring its stuff up and not say this crap. Anytime now. Anytime. Dang you. Okay, it says it's running. So we should see changes in here. Hold on. Which I'm 10, 200, 87, 200. Right. So come on. Sweet habanero peppers on a Ritz cracker. Okay. Let's try it like this. Let's try to disconnect from the dang VPN and then try to reconnect. Come on, man. You're killing me, Smalls. God, really, dude? Come on. Sweet Satan on the unicycle. Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and pause this video and then see what the H is going on, and then we'll be right back. Ah, dang it. Looks like this thing is still not working. Tried disconnecting and reconnecting my VPN, but this thing's still causing me some freaking problems. So we're going to stop here instead, so I won't keep you guys too much longer. I'm most likely going to just switch it back to the throwback room if this keeps going like this. Totally apologize, you guys, but I did make some progress, though. Learned some cool little tricks and things like that. Seeing how local port forwarding is rare that we'll use it, so these dope remote forwarding techniques are pretty cool. Definitely enjoy learning them. I was really eager to close this whole freaking section out. Dang it. Stinks, but what are you gonna do, man? Alright. I'm gonna try to throw in some throwback modules either later today to kind of pick up where we left off and apologize and find, which one's actually more stable, which clearly Wreath is not stable. You suck. But it is what it is. Alright. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and stay updated for future content. And I will make this right to you guys, I promise. Alright, I am Shy Ronan, and I am out.